What's up everyone? Cade here from MB Tennis. Hope you guys are doing great today. Today we have a practice session that I'm really excited to show you guys, more specifically a first touches practice. If you guys don't know what first touches mean, it is specifically a serve and return practice. So serve and return are very, very important because it's what starts a point in a match. And if you're able to have a good serve or return, or hopefully both, things are going to go very well for you, whatever level you are really playing at. So the drills that we're going to be showing you guys today are dedicated to first touches and how to improve them. Now this is something that I work on a lot because currently I can't really hit a whole lot just because of the whole COVID stuff. So I'm out on the court with my dad a lot. So we do work on first touches. It's not a bad thing at all. But definitely something you guys want to try or add to your practice regimen, as it helps me a lot. So here are the drills. I hope you guys enjoy them, and we'll see you guys back at the end of the video.
Alrighty, here we go. We're starting our warm-up, just plain, simple mini tennis. I also got my dad here with me too to commentate some of this.
So yeah, this slide here shows the percentage of shots, points that end in the first 4 shots. And you can see at U12 all the way up to pro, it's the majority of points. So that's why you want to work on your first touches. So we do continue with a little mini tennis here as we start off with some slicing, and now we're into top spin here. Just kind of getting a feel for the ball. It's a good idea, especially if you're going to do serve early on, which we do in this practice, that we get the blood flowing. Hitting some volleys here, Cade. What do you think about doing mini tennis?
Yeah, I think whether you're doing cross-court mini tennis, we actually normally do cross-court mini tennis, but this is the first time we've done like the down line, down the middle mini tennis in a while. So it was a nice little change-up, but I think it's important to do mini tennis because it's kind of like that next warm-up piece that you might not get, especially if you don't do a physical. Highly suggest that, but it's kind of that next piece that I think is really important. So now we've backed up and we're just hitting down the middle again.
Yeah. Always good to kind of get a little groove going on your ground strokes whenever you're out there, but today's practice is going to be eventually all first touch stuff after we do a quick 10-minute warm-up. The next part of warm-up is we do a overhead drill. This will get the shoulder warmed up, and I'm hitting a lob to Cade. He's catching it with his hand, getting ready to like hit an overhead, but then as he catches it, he tosses it back up and hits it to me. So this is a good way of just kind of working on your footwork, but also for overheads and also just warming up the shoulder.
Especially since we were working on serve. After we did the ground stroke stuff, we went straight into this to get the shoulder warmed up. And eventually you'll see that I do move into regular overheads. But even if you're just working on your overhead, this is a great progression to learn to hit the overhead properly, or just to warm up your serve, like I said earlier.
All right, the first serve drill is serving to lanes. We have 3 lanes in each box. And basically there's an out wide, a body, and down the T lane. And Cade has to hit a flat serve, a slice serve, and a kick serve through each lane. And he'll move over to the ad side once he does the deuce side.
Yeah, so here he is. You guys can see I think I'm starting out wide. So in order for me to move to the next serve, I need to get, I think the order I did was slice, kick, flat. So in order to get to the kick serve, I gotta make the slice serve. So once I make the slice, move to the kick. Same thing with the kick. I got to make the kick serve to go to the flat serve. And then you just move across all the 2 boxes. So wide, body, T, and then you go to the ad side, T, body, wide.
And we just kind of fast forward it there, but this is a great way to work on getting all 3 of your serves to different spots in the box. Now we move on to serve +1. So Cade's finished the accuracy work on his serve, and now it's a serve that he does, and he tells me where he's going with the serve so I can actually get it back. But then, depending on where the serve goes, the next ball, he has to know where he's going with it. So if he goes out wide, he'll hit it to my backhand on the deuce side. So it's just working through the different patterns on the serve +1.
Yeah, also, if you have somebody on the other side of the net that's not capable of getting it back, you can also just feed in a ball. So that's good to know, too. You can practice this without really a player. You could even get somebody to throw it if they didn't even know how to play tennis. So you can, no excuses not to work on your serve +1.
Yeah, or have 2 balls in your hand and hit the serve and then drop feed the other ball to yourself so that you can finish the next shot, right?
Right, yeah.
Also, you'll notice here that a couple of the returns, we will play the point out. If I get a good enough return and I can get the next ball back, we'll play the point out.
Yeah. Ready? Yeah.
All right, this next one is a return game where I step in about 3/4 court and I will hit a first serve and then a second serve. And how the game works is we have some cones just along 3/4 line. If Cade hits the ball and it lands between the baseline and the cones, he gets a point. If it lands between the cones and the service line, he gets 0 points. And if it lands in the service box, he then loses a point. So he starts at 10, and we keep doing this game, and his goal is to try and get to 20 and not go to 0. So it's a fun game to play, and as you know, someone that doesn't have a big, huge serve, I just step up a little bit, and Cade can work on a few things.
Yeah, personally, I would say this is definitely one of my favorite return games. I actually think it's more of a drill, but it turns into a game, I guess, since you're starting at 10. But I like it because I'm able to work on different return positions, which I think is pretty key as a tennis player. Stepping back and hitting a heavier ball, or kind of staying in a neutral position, or even stepping in and taking it on the rise, or taking it early and like doing a chip and charge. So I'm able to work on that. No offense, Dad, but I'm able to kind of work on that with your serve. But yeah, I think this is a great one. If you're able to get somebody to serve from where my dad is standing, it's I shouldn't call you dad. You're Coach Chris.
Yeah.
I think it's a great one if you're able to get somebody to serve like this, because then you're able to work on those different positions while trying to get to those zones, which is also really important.
Yeah, and the other thing too, I mean, no offense taken, I know I don't have a college-like serve. The other thing is I can even move up to the service line to make it even trickier on you, right? So it doesn't have to be 3/4 court. It can be service line, or if it's someone that has a pretty big serve, they can serve from the baseline. If it's like a hitting partner, you guys can do this together, right? So it's a great way to, have some fun, have a game-like sort of component to a drill. So to wrap things up, we do a second serve attack, and what this is I hit a second serve, and Cade then attacks down the line and comes to the net. It's a great strategy to use once in a while in a match to take time away from your opponent off the return. You may catch them off guard when you do this, and it's just a great strategy to implement once in a while if you're trying to throw a server off rhythm.
This is a great next variation to this returning drill. Now we're turning it into a match-like scenario. So I'm taking it early and I'm coming in up to the net. So it's one thing to practice your return or serve for that matter and just hit the return, but you need, in order for it to get better, you need to put a little bit of pressure on yourself and turn it into more of a match-like scenario like we are here. So definitely try these out if you're wanting to make your first touches better.
All right, everybody, there you have it. Those are some drills that you can use in your next practice session if you want to work on your first touches. They helped me a lot. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Those are some drills that you can do just by yourself, or you can even do it with a practice partner, or you can even do them with your coach. Whatever works for you. I really love working on first touches. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we're going to catch you guys in the next one.